What's up, everybody? Hope your day is going pretty well. My day is going pretty well. Back when I was around 19 years old, I had, a few jobs, a few restaurant jobs, Popeyes. I worked at Chuck E. Cheese at the age of 18 years old. And I also worked at a chicken plant before also. So those are the jobs that I started off with at the age of 18 years old. Now before that, I worked at the age of like 15 or 16 years old at a car wash and also at a local restaurant, a mom and pop restaurant. And of course, at the age of 14 years old, I had my own lawnmower, knocking on doors, mowing yards for $25 a piece. And that's how I wound up getting the mom and pop job, that local restaurant. But anyway, brings me to this subject right here. What goes around comes around. Have you ever heard somebody say that before? What goes around comes around. Watch what you do to somebody because it might come back around to you. I used to ignore that growing up as a child. And sometimes I still ignore it as a grown-up. I admit my faults. But anyway, at the age of 19 years old, I got a job working at Golden Corral as a waitress. I can remember like yesterday. I put the application in. I had to go up there and put the application in on paper. That was way before they started putting everything online. I can remember you used to have to go to the place and talk to the manager face to face in order to get a job. I remember that. But it's not like that anymore. Many times have changed. But anyway, I wound up getting hired at Golden Corral as a waitress. And I was so happy. I was like, man, I have finally got myself a job, man. I'm finally a waitress, man. I can go out here and work and get tips, man. It's gonna be good today, man. Woo-wee. I got myself a job at Golden Corral. Man, they got so much food up here. I mean, they got fish, they got chicken, they got okra, they got macaroni and cheese, they got meatloaf, they got pot roast, they got pizza, they got tacos, they got everything up here for me to eat. And on top of that, they even have steaks. Man, I have hit the jackpot. I got a good old job. I was happy. My first day of work, I was in training, like most jobs. I was walking around with a waitress, and I was watching a waitress handle their business, being polite to people, saying, hey, can I fill your drinks for you? Is there anything that you need? Can I get those plates off of the table for you? And etc. Just being a good waitress. And it's hard to find a good waitress these days also. What in the world is really going on in the atmosphere today with people? But anyway, the waitress was showing me how to do the job. And I was like, man, this job is easy. The only thing I got to do is go from table to table and get their drinks filled and get their plates off of the table and etc. That's the only thing I have to do. Man, this is an easy job. But there was one thing that I was not paying attention to during training. Sometimes I seen the waitress face with a smile on it, and sometimes I seen the waitress face with a frown on it. And I was like, what in the world is really going on? They're getting paid by the hour now. When I got hired on at that job, they were only paying us $2.45 an hour. And I'm like, that is pretty low. and they told me that you are going to make your money off of your tips. And I'm like, this is new to me. I didn't think none of it. I didn't care. I was happy to have the job. So I finally get out there by myself, because I heard the waitress complaining sometimes. Man, they didn't leave me nothing. They didn't leave me much of nothing, man. $5 here, $2 there, man, that ain't nothing. And I have also heard the waitress say, every little bit adds up also. So I'm like, hey, it is what it is. I ain't tripping. But I finally get out there by myself as a waitress. I'm all nervous, trying to figure out how to introduce myself to the people that are eating in this restaurant, which is Golden Corral. Had to figure out, what am I going to say? But I finally figure out and built up the courage to introduce myself to people and also serve the people. I would go from table to table and say, do you need your drink filled? Do you need these plates off of this table? And etc. Is there anything that you need me to do when it comes down to work at this restaurant? Is there anything you need me to do? Yes, fill my drink for me. Yes, can you please get these plates off of the table for me? I did that. Some tables were very big. 6 people. Some of them were just one person, or even 2 people, or just a family of 4. Husband, wife, 2 daughters, or a daughter and a son. Sometimes it was like that. And sometimes I would get a good tip, and sometimes I would get a bad tip. And it seemed like the bigger the table, the lower the tip. And I'm like, what in the world is really going on? I don't like this. Man, I can't make no money, man. I'm doing all I can. I'm being nice to these people. I'm serving them. I'm doing all I can know. I know how to do to serve these people, and they're not leaving me great tips. What the world is really going on? I'm sick and tired of this job. I'm busting my behind, working from sun up to sun down, sometimes double shifts, trying to make that dollar. But no one seems to appreciate my service. I got to find me another job. This job is getting on my nerves, my last nerve. Doing all this hard work for nothing. And I sit back one day and I remember when I used to go to different restaurants. I can remember growing up as a teenager. I'm gonna go ahead and say from 18 years old to like 19 years old. I used to go to restaurants, go inside and eat, and I did not leave a tip no matter what. No matter if the waitress was good or bad, I did not leave a tip. For one, I was not raised up like that. I did not go out to eat that much because my mother could not afford to take us out to eat like that unless it was tax season. And when we went out to eat for tax season, she didn't leave a tip. Y'all catching my drift? I was not taught that. I did not know you had to leave a tip for the waitress. And I did not realize how painful it was to do all of that work and not get anything for your service after putting in all that hard work. Just imagine this, you all. You go to work all day long and work 10 hours and you get nothing. That's a slave. You get nothing but a pat on the back and say, thank you. Would you keep going to that job? No. And if you said yes, you are a fool. So, to make a long story short on that, I had a reality check. And I began to remember what the old people used to say. What goes around comes around. what you're doing to somebody, you may be getting away with it today saying, man, that woman ain't gonna do nothing to me, man. I got 15,000 women, man. I'm busting them all down. I got 15,000 men. I'm busting them all down. I ain't taking care of my family. I ain't doing nothing for nobody. I don't care about nobody. I don't care about nothing. It's all about me. It's my way or the highway. I don't care. If somebody's sick, I ain't going to the hospital to visit them. Forget them people, man. I'm too busy out here grinding, living my life. Yay, 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 happy day. I ain't worried about them jokers. I don't care if they care about me or not. I'm doing my own thing. I don't need nobody's help. I'm a self-made millionaire. No, you're not. What goes around comes around. What are you going to do when it's your time? What are you going to do when it's time for your reality check to come and slap you in your face? What are you going to do when that woman step out on you? Can you take it? Because you stepped out on her. What are you going to do when that man steps out on you? You've been stepping out on him for years. What are you going to do? Are you going to sit there and deal with it like that person dealt with it? What are you going to do when you are on your sick bed and nobody comes to visit you? Remember when that person was sick, you didn't go visit nobody. You talking about you out here in the streets doing your own thing, living your life up. You ain't caring about nobody but yourself. What are you going to do when it's your turn? Are you going to lay down or get up and realize I need to fix myself? What goes around comes around. Some people believe in karma and some people do not believe in karma. I believe in it. You can't walk on this earth treating people like trash all day long and expecting for people to treat you like royalty. You got to bring something to get something. Don't show up to the party or to the picnic with nothing but your mouth and an appetite. Bring a plate, bring a fork, bring a spoon, bring some ketchup, bring some mustard, bring the dogs, the hot dogs, and also the buns. Bring something. Don't just show up and take everything and you didn't bring nothing to contribute to the picnic or the party. If you want good to come your way, sometimes you got to do good to people. If you want things to prosper in your life, you got to support somebody else. And I know it's hard out there to find people to support you. I know that. I understand that. I understand that. Get away from them people. If somebody don't support you, don't support them. Get away from them. Just step away from them. You tried to do what you had to do for those people, but they did not appreciate it. Go find somebody that will appreciate it. Go find somebody that will. But what goes around comes around. Those are facts. So many people these days are straight up selfish. You can do that. I can do that to you, but you can't do that to me. I can cuss you out, but you dare not. You better not dare cuss me out. I can kick you in your behind, but you better not kick me in mine. I can take your money, but you can't have mine. I'm sorry, y'all. How I'm yelling. I'm in an uproar right now. I'm been with it. But you can't have my money. But I can have yours. Y'all remember on Friday? I want to spend Ray's money. He had money in his pocket already that he stole from Mr. Stanley's house. He want to spend Ray's money. They want to spend your money, but you can't spend theirs. You can show up. They can show up and take from you, but you can't take nothing from them. Get away from them people. So if you're out there just living loosely, not caring about anything, not caring about anybody, just doing whatever and whenever, remember this: what goes around comes around. And I have also heard somebody say, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. It ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun pointed at you. It ain't fun. You point that gun at that rabbit all day long, ready to blow that rabbit into pieces. But what are you gonna do when the rabbit is behind you with the gun? It's just a saying, y'all. I never seen a rabbit with a gun at all, but y'all understand what I'm saying. What goes around comes around. What you do to somebody else may come back around to you, and you better be ready for it. Y'all leave a comment and let me know exactly what you all think about this topic. Y'all have a good one and also a blessed one. Holla at you.